Okay, so I'm Taylor, this is Willow, and
Hi, Willow.
for my open assignment, we're making tinctures, and tinctures.
Tinctures.
Could you explain what a tincture is?
A tincture is basically when you put a bunch of herbs, or just one herb, into a jar with vodka, or some other kind of high-strength alcohol. And alcohol is really good at extracting all the chemical constituents from the herbs. So what you have at the end is a very high concentrated medicine. And you put it into little amber tincture bottles, and you just take a few drops or a squirt at a time, and it's really powerful medicine.
Awesome. See, like that's why we need this stuff, because we're in college. Anyway, so what we have here are a few things for focus, and what else did we decide these were for?
This formula that I comprised is basically some herbs are really good for just stress relieving, to relieve anxiety, to help build up your nerve force.
Which ones are they?
Well, I can go through the herbs one by one.
Let's do that.
And
Let's do that.
Let's put them in the jar.
Let's put them in the jar.
So we'll start with arnica. Well, first I'll say that usually with about a quart-sized jar, you want to do about 5 ounces of herbs. So that could all be one herb, or if you're doing several herbs, you just figure out what kind of concentration you want. So I'm doing, this is 1 ounce of arnica. And arnica basically increases your nerve force, strengthens your nerves. Doesn't necessarily help relieve stress at that moment, but it'll strengthen your nerves a lot. And it's also really good for emotional and physical trauma of any kind, which a lot of students are probably a little bit traumatized by their college experience.
What do you have to say about that, Tay?
I would have to agree, and arnica would have been a very good use to me.
Alright.
This is the fun part, you stuff it all in there.
Stick it in there.
Such a hard process, this tincture making.
The hardest part is waiting for it to be done. Alright.
One down.
There's one down. The next is an herb I'm sure most people have heard of, ginseng. And there's many kinds of ginseng. A lot of them cost up to $40 an ounce, so you might not want to use those kinds. Although they're supposedly pretty good.
Thanks for the advice.
And medicinally, they're all pretty good and do a pretty good job. So ginseng, basically, it's a really good stress reducer on every level.
So you find it in a lot of teas, probably.
Yeah. Physical, emotional, even like heat, cold stress, pollution, any kind of stress, it moderates and helps you deal with it. So that's a really good one for students. Ooh, wind's picking up.
Almost there.
Alright.
How much ginseng was that?
That was 1 ounce.
Okay.
And then next, we'll do lemon balm. That's also just a very calming sedative to your nerves. Doesn't necessarily increase your nerve force as some of the other ones do, but it'll instantly...
Hold on. Will you take over for a second? I'm sorry.
Get up and garden!
Getting up. Alright.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, sorry.
So lemon balm, right when you take this, it should give you a really calming effect, and also just gives a really good taste. It's good for anxiety too. And this is just 1 ounce as well.
Are these gonna like put people to sleep, kind of, or are they more
It
just
shouldn't. I
calming?
kind of try to choose herbs that don't really put you to sleep. It can help aid you go to sleep with, just because you're not as stressed out.
Yeah.
But these shouldn't actually make you too tired by themselves. The last one is the one I'm most excited about for this particular tincture I'm making. It's Rhodiola rosea. And basically this is a good depression herb. It improves your mood, it reduces fatigue and gives you energy.
This is what's up.
Helps you cope with stress, increases your mental performance in learning, helps you concentrate.
It's like Adderall, but
it's
not.
just amazing. Yes. This is 2 ounces. Even though it looks like less, it's much denser and it's really rooty and woody. So this is 2 ounces, and as you can tell, it's barely fitting.
Perfect.
All right. So now that we have all the herbs in, we just pour on the vodka.
Get to the good stuff.
And ooh. So this is very high strength, but usually it kind of depends on the herbalist on what strength of vodka you want to use, or brandy, or whatever type of alcohol you use. I like to go with the higher strength alcohols because it just extracts more from them, and you need less. You just need less drops of the tincture. And you basically just want to slowly pour it over, and just basically fill it up a little, you want to go usually about an inch above. So
It's a pretty saturating process, as you can tell.
yeah.
This is the part that kept me from having this inside the classroom. But whatever. We'll do it this way.
So is this the tincture that your class is going to be sampling?
Yes.
When you present this?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So basically, just get it really tight, and you want to
Shake it.
shake it up, and you're gonna want to shake this every day for the first 2 weeks. And I don't know how long we're gonna do this. 2 weeks is kind of a minimum, but I like to do mine around a month.
It has to be hidden from light too, right?
Yes, that's another thing. You want to either, what I usually do is cover it in tin foil, because it'll keep all the light out, or you could just keep it in a dark cupboard and just shake it every day. But the light will destroy a lot of the good compounds in it. And if yours is really full like ours is here, it might absorb a lot of the alcohol, and you might want to open it after a day or two and add a little more alcohol, but it's not always necessary. And that's basically it. Now we just wait. And
And then how do we extract it from?
We
You just use a press?
you could use a press. I usually just filter it with cheesecloth and just squeeze the last bits out of each. Once I fill it up and there's some herbs on there, I squeeze the last bits out, because the stuff that's really on those herbs and the stuff you're squeezing out at the end is pretty much the most powerful stuff.
Cheesecloth.
Cheesecloth.
Cheesecloth's essential.
Cheesecloth, mason jar, vodka,
Herbs.
That's really all you need.
And time.
Ah!
Jinx.
And then you
Got
also
it.
want the dark amber tincture bottles too, which you will see when she passes
When
them
I
out.
pass this awesome stuff off. Alright, that's what we got. Hope you enjoyed.
Any closing words?
That was pretty much what I had.
Okay.
Got.
There you go.